But speaking of podcasts, still no confirmation as to what happened, but there's a lot of speculation of what happened to Melyssa Ford on the Joe Budden show.
We knew that was going to go bad.
That, because nobody
Somebody said
actually
she
knows.
quit and suing.
Oh, that's been one of the stories floating around there too. So yeah.
What else is she going to do? She's finished.
Many people wanted to know what would happen with Melyssa Ford after she exited the Joe Budden podcast. And for, that time period, she's been a little bit here and there. And she has her own podcast called Hot and Bothered. And on there, she recently had a connection with Charlamagne the God.
I love them. I love them. They take men and brosphere and red pillars to task. And their rhetoric is so respectful towards women. I definitely have an algorithm full of men that are allies to women. And especially, I've had my own experiences of being around a certain type of, a certain group of men who exhibit groupthink. Mm-hmm. And that groupthink tends to lean very misogynistically. So it has an effect on you, as somebody who's just kind of like absorbing it simply just because I'm a woman and I'm the woman in the room kind of thing. It's just.
And what happens is when you put Melyssa Ford on a podcast with somebody who has a PhD like Mark Lamont Hill, somebody who's analytical, more like Ish, Joe Budden, what it does is it exposes that she doesn't know what she's talking about. And so it's easy to digest that and to reframe that as misogyny, okay? Because a lot of things that women can do that, a woman will say it's not fair, a woman will say, it's not right what you're saying, but a lot of men can re-justify it with our framework and clarify that as unaccountability or not being responsible. And so if you don't want to accept that or confront that responsibility, you can then reframe it, or as some guys say, move the goalposts and then try to come back and repackage it as misogyny. And this is what she's trying to do. When clearly she doesn't have the ability in those conversations to respond back, to make the other person presenting the argument against her cover territory. She has to either concede the argument or be quiet, or then look like she's being abrasive or look like she's being rude.
I'm not here for the male gaze anymore. Like, that's another thing. And and you want to know,
I'm here for that.
I'm not here for it anymore because
not anymore.
No, because they're not my demo. I mean, men will just toss you aside for like the newest ingenue, and that's fine. You should absolutely do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame you for that. I'm still hot.
She can only get swole dudes at the gym with no ride home. That's what happens after a while, ladies. It doesn't matter if you're still attractive. You're played out to all boss who know what's up with you. Everybody who's in the know what's up with you. So they will roll in the hay, but nobody's going to commit. So they have to get their money by suing because, no baby's going to come out of her at that carburetor womb having that. If you press the horn on her womb, what does it say, D?
No, not that. No, that's the. I just found an old picture of us, though. I forgot I took that picture.
She used to be cold.
Yeah.
I forgot.
It's over for her.
So we'll see.
Look at her. You can see her right there with the makeup on. She got that elderly face on the side.
I can't with you.
And it's not for me to say what happened like I know, but why was she even there? Like, come on.
They were.
Because he probably used to smash.
Right, she was servicing him somehow. It played out, and she's very annoying.
Well, she
tries to make points that go nowhere.
She used to be on that.
I just want the girls to have an exit plan. That's all. That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna do it, do it. I ain't judging you for that, but have an exit plan.
The entrance plan is your looks, your box, your head, whatever. But she right. You gotta have an exit plan. I'm gonna take all these niggas And I'm gonna get a 17-unit building over here, a 38-unit building
Yo,
over there.
y'all keep throwing that. How many chicks you know doing that? And start saying, let me go ahead and take it and get the
older ones. I think the ones
that's
that's
the
in their late 30s start realizing I can't sell box forever and I might not get married.
legends and some of these people in their 40s and that we look at and be like, a lot of them is still out here waiting on their little $10,000 allowance. If you still doing that, you doing this wrong. How well it might sound to the next person. If you still waiting on an allowance from a nigga holding you down, you did shit wrong. Talk. Don't do that face. Say something.
Yeah, where do y'all feel like they be going wrong? Like,
But there are women, they're always around a man who is Backdoria that they service one way or another.
But then they kind of fell out, so I don't know what happened with that yet.
So I'm not shocked that that's going to end in lawsuit. I hope it doesn't. Can I say that loud? I hope it doesn't.
Right.
If she's not on the show, I hope she goes about her way. But she used to be like it was bad watching her try to make points. You're good for sleeping with if you're quiet. If you be quiet, you will find a man who will come home and sleep with you, even though she's older now. She just has to be quiet. If she speaks, she's going to destroy everything.
Ladies, gentlemen of Flight Savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. And if you're a fan of the OG watched up video fixes, this is going to cause you a little stress because Mel 4, we got to come straight for her neck. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. White Savages, Melyssa Ford has a problem. The problem is that she's past her prime. A good-looking video vixen all over the place. She was in many videos and she was a baddie. And she looks good now. Come on, those cheeks are way clappable. But the problem is this, like most folks with an overinflated self-value, she has that thinking disease. Whatever she says is right, no matter what, and she will never apologize for the way that she approaches situations. I remember when she made up a whole scenario about Cameron and Mace, saying that they were doing something with underage ladies when they were the ones underage.
Y'all remember one time, I'm glad my man let me talk about the past. We was in the house one time, me and Murder. She sucking his wait, pause. And so she giving me, he hitting it from the back, and he started sucking like that.
is there a distinct possibility that there may have been underage girls in that?
Come on
now.
That's crazy.
I don't know what you're doing.
That's
crazy. Disgusting what you're doing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What are you doing?
Okay, I am not gonna land that plane. Just saying.
That plane should have never even took
That's
off.
not a plane.
First of all, I only like older. Second of all, was 1992. We was underage. That's A and B. We wasn't supposed to be in there.
We have never, ever tried to take nothing from nobody.
Secondly,
we only like people that love us more than we love ourselves.
We have a whole segment on that. Secondly, who was looking out for us?
Yeah, we were young.
Yeah. We wasn't 18. I just turned my 16. I ain't even going into that. More of the story, she said it. I could have went straight to Ice T you in the bathroom for $2,000 when you was doing waitressing. I didn't even go there. You used to in the bathroom. The Kit Kat Club, one of them old ass club. Stop, you a video vixen. I didn't even get at you the way I should have got at you. I left it alone. I'm like, this is f***ing. Try to say sorry, so I addressed her yesterday.
Right.
What? She said that about him. Now he got some jeans with her face on it right there, right by the crotch. Cameron, this is brilliant, man. Her mouth right there where the zipper part supposed to be.
Oh my goodness. Wow, look at the detail.
I know, I want some pants in the mouth.
Oh my God.
She looked elderly in that picture too. She looked like an old Karen. Do you live in this building? Shut up.
And from the story, she extrapolated an entire fantasy to besmirch a man's character. And when she was called down on it, you should have seen her face. She didn't understand what she was doing was wrong because she lives in that modern woman delusion. The delusion that whatever I say has to go. Whatever I say is the truth and nothing but the truth with no evidence whatsoever. Just think about the ramifications of saying that a man did something that heinous. What could have did to his career. She was trying to ruin him right there. Know why? Because she was upset. She was upset that he was on her neck. And this is how women fight back in these situations. Say the most outrageous lie they can, and because they got a pretty face, most of these sick sycophantic fans believe her. Damn.
And again, for a woman to just insinuate that, put that on a man's, out in the industry, out in the air, it's crazy. And again, she took accountability for it after, like the guys had to force her into it. And of course, Cameron didn't accept it. Probably one of the reasons why Cameron didn't accept it, because he probably felt that it was not genuine. You were literally trying to ruin their career. And you can't say that that happens when Melyssa Ford was interacting with men. Like, nobody is trying to ruin her career.
You see, Melyssa Ford, she's used to people pandering. She's used to changing the entire situation when she walks in the room. She had that magic when she was young. Man, it was like she walked on a cloud. She jumped on the JBP and she thought that everybody there was going to absolutely bow down to her. And when they pushed back, she didn't like it. When they made that joke about the elevator, about her never being satisfied, she didn't like it. When she got called out for her BS with her friend, the struggle doctor, and she had to say, well, you know what? Yes, I'm going to tell you that it absolutely appears that Cheyenne Bryant was out of her depth there, and I've never seen her like that. She didn't like it.
I'm like, hold on, what's going on with you? This is about you. You done flipped the script on us. We over here.
Verse uno.
What's going on with her? She dating, single?
Dating.
What do that entail for a 42-year-old?
I am dating.
Dating, but single.
Enjoying my life. I have really good companions. But I'm not exclusively committed to anyone. But I have one guy that I have dated off and on for 5 years.
We got her.
We've dated for 5 years off and on.
So you was his work for 5 years? You been his work? You still his work?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No, we
he
have
was somebody's work for 5 years.
We have been each other's companion for 5 years. And yeah, I have spent the block for 5 years. And it's the truth. And he doesn't like it. He's absolutely correct. He feels like I haven't provided.
Oh, your work.
We working together. I haven't had sex in a year. I'm 42. My libido every day, all day is like, so I said to him, well, what if we be companions and do the do and get into this thing and let this take its form?
Meaning sexual partners.
He wants a relationship. He wants to be committed.
You just like the sex.
No. Oh.
Let's keep it 100. How you keep somebody for 5 years? That's like for real. You can't keep nobody at a distance for 5 years. I ain't never done no shit like
I am not vitamin D deficient.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
So you waiting on that?
No, I'm not waiting on it. And I don't have him waiting.
So the D is good.
Oh.
Let's keep it. I mean, it's like, dude,
He put on his red pajamas and feel like he's supposed to get spicy tonight.
This is clear.
Oh my God.
I know her. She's from Long Beach. Don't try to come with the suit jacket, the boots. She's still and the glow.
You know what I mean?
You still from Long Beach.
I'm
from Inglewood. I can see that.
I am from San Pedro, a small community in the city of Los Angeles.
I can see through all of that.
Yes, he has great qualities. He does well in all that he does with me. He just emotionally
That ain't what I asked you. I asked you about his job and all that.
He does well.
Cheyenne Bryant's been dealing with hit after hit after hit. You think all the metaphorical body blows, jabs, and right hooks would have made her quit by now. But round after round and after every bout, she just will not stay down. And just like her buddy Melyssa Ford, she's gonna keep on getting up, even when you find her down on all four. Get your mind out the gutter. But it is a serious matter when she labels all men that enjoy the men's content out there as a bunch of red pillars that do not care about what women go through.
if you listen to, I don't know, any comment section right now in some gender war-y whatever, you will see a bunch of black women or women in general saying, men, please go to therapy. We're begging you to go to therapy. And there still seems to be this collective resistance.
I feel tolerated. I feel like a pervert. That's the energy that I'm getting. It makes me feel sometimes like, is this intentional? Are you trying to minimize me? I'm frustrated, and then I'm dealing with a partner who's making me feel like my frustration is oppressing them or making them feel bad themselves. So now I have to uproot my feelings, forget about them, and then worry about her.
But let's go back to the original question. First of all, you said that the problem for you is that it's on Josh's, I don't know what to call it, clock or...
Yeah. I mean, it feels like...
Turn this off. It's just whack.
We've already seen she does not walk a mile in a man's shoe, as she's out here accusing men of not going to therapy. But what it shows us polite savages, lady polite savages, is she has the inability, not even a teaspoon of empathy, to sympathize with a man's plight.
It's not that I don't believe that there is a huge swath of the male population that is interested in growth and evolution and their mental health. I think that the manosphere, red pill nation, podcast bros, I think that they are so much louder.
One of the reasons and some of the things that people have been speculating about when it comes to why Melyssa Ford decided to either leave Joe Budden's podcast, amicably split with Joe Budden's podcast, or get fired from Joe Budden's podcast. And the context behind this is basically red pillars, misogynistic, enemies of women, choose the bear. If I met a stranger or the bear in the wood, I'd choose the bear. At least I didn't know the bear was trying to...
Would you rather cross paths with a random man or a random bear on a hike?
I'll take the bear.
The bear could be safe, the man could be dangerous, the man could be safe, the bear could be dangerous.
Okay, I'll bite bear. Sure.
Okay. Bella, would you rather be trapped in a cage with a random bear or a random man?
I want to be friends with a bear because I like animals. Like, I would be more scared of a man.
Trapped in a cage.
Random man, like, that's scary.
Would you rather cross paths with a man or a bear in the forest?
I picked bear.
Bear.
I picked bear.
It's very alarming that women would rather take a chance with a wild animal who is extremely unpredictable over a man who can possibly not do none of those things. That there is a potential with a man. There is no potential with the bear. None. He's going to kill or kill later. So for women to pick the bear over a man who can potentially build a fort with you, make a campfire, and just totally assume he's going to hurt you, they just assume such negativity about men. It's just kind of disturbing to hear that. It's like, I would never take a chance with a wild, ravaging bear. It's just crazy how women think today.
I mean, the bottom line is that Melyssa Ford just didn't like it, so she left, and now she has her own podcast. Struggle Views, anyone? You see, her hubris makes her think that she's more important than she actually is, because nobody from this generation knows Melyssa Ford. Nobody thinks about Melyssa Ford as the it girl, the hit girl, the girl that they want to talk about. And now she's sitting here spinning all that cappage about how she never spread her butt like mayonnaise for the dudes in the video scene. We all know exactly how she got ahead. Because it wasn't from her talent, it wasn't from her wit. Even though she comes off intelligent, when she's forced and put up against the wall, she crumbles. And that's why she brought up that pure BS talking about, oh, the red pill space, they're so toxic. People weren't toxic to you on the Joe Budden podcast. People just didn't take your BS and you couldn't deal with it. And this is another issue that I have. Not that we represent the red pill here, but what I'm gonna say is quite simply this. Every time somebody has a problem with anything a man says, they go and they run to some red pill, black pill, blue pill, green pill, yellow pill ideology saying that it's just toxic and this is the issue. The Joe Budden podcast wasn't no toxic environment for you. They just didn't take your BS. When you started talking, they shut you down and you didn't like it because you're used to people being so enamored with the way you look, running your face, that they just sit there and say, well, anything as long as I can get the punani. But those dudes weren't trying to get it, and Lamont Hill already got it, and since he got it again, he didn't want it, and that's why you failed, lady. And by the way, how does choosing the bear feel?
Let's be honest. Nobody was checking for, and nobody was looking at Melyssa Ford. and having a conversation about whether or not she needs to be a voice that we listen to in these streets, in these pod streets, in these YouTube streets, all of that. Joe Budden probably gave her the best look of her life when it came to the visibility, regardless of whether or not she left, regardless of whether or not she agreed or disagreed with their take. But Joe Budden, who's, if I'm not mistaken, is probably past 1.2 to 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, he gave her visibility. He gave her motion. Now she's over here kind of throwing him under the bus and throwing the fellas that's on the pod, her fellow podsters, under the bus when she could have just faded into oblivion as a relative unknown. And the only reason that we having a conversation about it right now is because she was with Joe Budden.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe. Hit us up on all social media networks.
We found true happiness.